Good morning, guys. Today, this is something I've been wanting to do for years. Never did it, mostly because I waited too long. I'm going to go out in the yard and pick some dandelions. We have a couple. I'll show you. And I'm going to try dandelion greens, and then I'm going to try making dandelion jelly. They say the jelly tastes like honey and is the consistency of honey. And I've made corn cob jelly before that was supposed to taste like honey, and I doubt I'll ever make that again. Or if I do, maybe I'll try a different variety of corn. But let's go out and see what I've got growing in my yard. Just a couple dandelions. Hey, can you see all those little purple flowers? Weeds. I know, wildflower enthusiasts would be going crazy, but look at all the dandelions. So, this is just a little patch in my yard, and yes, I live in the country, so I have a very, very, very large yard. So, I'm going to get busy. I'm going to cut some dandelion greens and, of course, the blossoms. Sorry, guys, I didn't show you what I came in with, but I brought in my dandelions, and again, just the blossoms, and I rinsed them. And where I live, we don't get a lot of rain, and the wind blows a lot, and it gets kind of dirty, so these were dirty. And of course, you want to get rid of bugs, so I rinsed and rinsed. Now, I've seen several different ways of making them, and some of them say remove all of the green. One gal said she's been making them for over 10 years, and she just leaves the green on. And to tell you the truth, I'm going to do it her way. So, I've got them all rinsed. I've got them cleaned. I've got the stems and the bigger leaves off. And now I'm going to get ready to boil them. Okay, guys, the next thing that I did was I put it in this pan. And I'm making a small batch, and that's why I'm following this one gal's recipe. Hers makes a small batch, and that's what I want. She said to cover the dandelions with water. Looks like I could add a little bit more water, and with cold water, and then bring it to a boil. You can see that I tried to separate. Some of the recipes said to take all the petals out of the greens, and it's a little more work that I wanted to put into a kitchen experiment. So anyway, I'm going to add more water, and then we'll bring this to a boil. Alright, guys, we've been boiling, I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes. And in the video I watched, she said, oh, after a while it's going to smell so sweet. And I was like, oh, it stinks. I was getting very worried. But she's right. It smells, you can smell the sweetness of it. So, it's kind of hard to tell with my wooden spoon, but the color is changing to sort of a bright green or greenish yellow. That's what she said it would do. Alright, I'm going to keep letting it boil, and then we'll go on to the next step. First thing I want to point out, guys, look, I got a holder for my phone. Actually, I've had it for over a year, forgot I had it. It was one that Robert and Deborah recommended, so I ordered it, put it in my van, forgot it was there. Oh well. Alright, back to the dandelion jelly here. She says after it's boiled 10 minutes, you pour it through a strainer. I will probably double strain this because you can see my poor old strainer is getting old. So, got some of it there. I said squeeze the juice out to make sure you get the flavor. I'm going to go put that in my compost bucket. Okay, what was left, I had some of this left in my pan, so I'm just going to squeeze it out. Get the juice out of there. And you need 3.5 cups. So I'm guessing I probably got closer to 4 cups here, but I'll measure it out. If it's not real clear, I may strain it again. If it's got, you know, big pieces, I can't tell, but I'll let you know what I end up doing. This, again, is going in the compost. Okay, guys, I'm probably a little head here, but this is my pressure can, or excuse me, my water bath canner. I've got 3.5 cups of the dandelion juice in here, and I'm going to add 1 package of pectin, then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 6 cups of sugar. I like to pre-measure my sugar. And what you do, stirring constantly, bring it back to a boil. Yeah, it does kind of look like honey. My jar is sterilizing in there, but I've got my Tattler lids getting hot. I think I've said that before. I kind of like to get those rubber rings hot, soften them up a little, make sure I get a good seal. So I'm gonna let this boil, come to a boil, and boil for 2 minutes. All right, guys, it's done boiling, and you're always going to get a foam, so I skimmed as much foam off the top as I could. And for any old timer that knows about the butter, I did put a dollop of butter in, and that did break up the foam. And now this recipe is supposed to make 3 pints, and I definitely don't want more than that. I'm going to do 1/2 pint, so there's my boiling hot jar. And I don't know, doesn't look very thick to me. We may end up with dandelion syrup, but we'll see what happens. Jelly you can fill up to within 1/4 inch of the top. Oh, I'll fill that up. Grab a rack. As always, clean the rim of the jar off. At the same time, you're checking for chips, cracks. And we're going to take out one of the lids. Come on. And it's going to go on there. Remember, this is Tattler lids. Same thing. You don't want it real tight. Okay? And into the boiling water it goes. And I'm just going to keep filling my jars in the same way with this boiling hot water. Got 6 1/2 pints and then one of those little tiny, like a 1/4 pint. What you do now is you put the lid back on, bring it back to a boil, and let it process for 5 minutes. Okay, the 5 minutes are up. Remember, Tattler lids. Bring them out, and you crank it down pretty tight. And that's it. I'm going to let it set till it cools off, and we'll see if we get jelly or if we get syrup. I don't know. Like I said, another one of them kitchen experiments. It's always fun to try something new. Alright guys, here's the next day. You know what? This stuff's pretty good. There was nothing bitter about it, that's for sure. Some of the videos had said make sure you get all the green off or they're going to be bitter. This jar did not seal. That's fine because we'll be eating it. And I think it's good. I don't know, our honey here is local honey. It kind of tastes like our honey, but You know, I just think it's good. And it's made from dandelions. How cool is that? Alright guys, thanks for joining me. See y'all later.